Hi everybody, my name is Charlotte Tooth and today I'm going to take you through creative exercises at home. In the current climate, you might have more clients based at home. You might be coaching them from Zoom online and you might find that your clients don't have very much equipment at home at all. Remember that your clients may not have the finances to buy the things that you request, so being able to adapt and work around the current situation that they have is going to be great for you and great for them as well. So please remember that being creative is not just being creative for creative's sake, it's actually being creative to make use of the situation. So, don't be that person standing on a Bosu ball trying to deadlift, 100 kilograms. You want the creative exercises to be safe, you want the creative exercises to be effective, and you want them to be personalized for the person that you are working with. So ask yourself these questions. Is this exercise safe? Ask yourself if this exercise is relevant for the person that you're working with. Is this exercise effective? And then, of course, you face the battle of explaining this over Zoom, but as we go through today, I'll give you lots of tips on cueing, which will help you as well. So the first section today is going to be based around using a chair. A chair is a great way to change levels and to create inclines and declines for the body. So first exercise today is going to be your step-up lunge. So you have one foot onto the chair, body weight pitches slightly forward, and then you pull yourself all the way up to standing and back down. Because of the steep angle, I'm getting a deep connection into my glute for that hip extension, and I'm getting the challenge of balance as well because it's on a chair. Also really, really good for getting the heart rate up because it's really working into those quads as well. Please make sure that your client's chair is sturdy before you do this. You can also do that same option here, sideways to the chair, lifting up, coming down. A classic favorite, rear foot elevated split squat. So popping one foot up on the chair. If your chair is quite hard, get a pair of rolled up socks and place those underneath the ankle bone and then hop forward. You're going to bend both knees, press back up. Remember, you want both of the legs working, but most of your weight on the front leg. Now remember, the chair is not just for legs, you can use the chair for arm work as well. We've got tricep dips. So with this one, you've got hands onto the chair, fingertips pointing forward, feet out in front of you, bend, extend. I'm not a huge fan of straightening the legs because I think it encourages that rounding of the shoulders. So I like to keep the legs bent, but just say to the client, keep yourself as light as you can on your legs. Your arms should be doing the work. So you can also do push-ups as well. This is a great way to regress an exercise. If someone can't do full push-ups, great option. Placing the hands onto the chair, step the legs back. Normal push-ups are a little bit heavier because obviously your body position is a lot more horizontal. This is on a less of an incline. So you'll still feel like you're working hard, but for those people that can't do a full push-up and you still want to replicate it, this is a great option. For those of you who want hardcore push-ups, we've got our feet on the chair, we've got our hands under our shoulders, and we've got our hips up in the air. So at this point, I can now get my hips directly on top of my hands and take my push-up in this position. I can also do this slightly further forward, so I'm in more of a down dog position, and again. A really nice one if someone's got quite stable shoulders is a leg extension on the chair, so hands under shoulders, step the legs back. Now all you're going to do is bend the knees as if you're going to sit on your own butt cheeks and stretch your legs away. Bend, stretch. And you'll really start to feel the work in the quads. Also pretty mean, single leg extension, all right? So my hands are down, one leg is on, and one leg is up in the air. I'm going to straighten that leg, bend that leg. Hips up, hips towards the back heel. Quadricep nightmare. Single leg glute bridge, so you've got one leg up onto the chair, one leg up to the sky, push your hips up, and gently come down. So this one's a great one because the chair gives me more range. It allows me to get up higher off the ground, creating more hip extension. So this one's a great one for loading up the glutes, a little bit like a curtsy, and the chair actually provides a lot more depth. So you'll be up on the side of the chair. I would always recommend holding on this one, and then you cross one leg behind, you sit down low as if you're going to touch the floor. My body weight's slightly forward, my hips are slightly out to the side, and I come back up. Down, cross, back up. Rucksacks, what can we do with those? Well, these are a great way to create extra weight in the body. Load it up with lots of books. Once your rucksack is loaded with lots of heavy books, you pop it on either on the back or you could pop it on the front. I'll show you that later. So once it's on the back, always get them to tighten the straps. Otherwise, if the load is quite unstable and the load is moving around, they've got more challenges to deal with. And this is great for all your normal leg-based exercises. You've got your squats here. We've got your lunges. You've got your curtsies. I remember very simply just by flipping it around, either putting the straps on or by hugging it, you can create a front-loaded position. So that's front-loaded squat. You got your curtsy, and all the other options are available. Please remember, if they're not putting books in and they're putting things in like water or stuff that moves around, you're giving them a stability challenge as well. If the mass is moving, it's a stability challenge. So the last section today is going to be around using either tea towels or sandwich box lids as gliders. Now, if you haven't used gliders before, they are a great way to create smooth, controlled movement, but also the friction of how they create movement on the floor is fantastic for getting all sorts of muscles fired up. So sandwich box lids for carpet, towels for wooden floors. I've got carpet, so sandwich box lids it is. A couple of really good cues that I give my clients are either you're cleaning the floor and you're pressing quite hard, or I want you to make your foot as light as you can on the glider, just enough to move it. Okay, so different dynamics. It just plays around with the exercise a little bit. You've got your side lunge here, so you're going to send the leg out to the side, and a great one to get the inner thighs, you squeeze back in. So here I'm light on the floor, and I'm loading a lot in my standing leg. And then if you say to me, clean the floor, now I'm pushing and pulling. It's a lot more inner thigh focused. Get all the muscles around the pelvis, a lot of pelvic floor. So you got your step back lunge. I'm using the friction of the floor to create more work for myself. So the glider can also be used for exercises like back extension. Again, a really nice way to create smooth, controlled movements. My legs are outstretched, my arms are in front. I'm going to press into the gliders, use my lats to pull myself up and guide myself back down. You could also do the gliders with a single arm, so you've got one arm behind, bit more asymmetry, so a bit more challenging for the back muscles. Or you could take that same arm overhead. Push up with extra pec focus. This is one for the lads, right? Arms out to the side, squeeze back in. It's not going to be pretty, but it's going to work. One that your clients will not love you for whatsoever is hamstring curls with the sandwich box lids. So heel down. The one common mistake that people make when they're using the gliders is they don't cue which part of the foot to use. And so people try to put the whole foot on. So I usually either say for standing work, ball of the foot, or for this sort of work on the floor, heel of the foot. So I'm going to lift my hips up. I'm going to glide the legs away, squeeze the legs back. Glide the legs away, squeeze the legs back. So super challenging for the hamstrings, trying to keep the hips up as well. Can do this on a single leg as well. And this hamstring exercise is one where I would cue the one where you're cleaning the floor, so as hard as you can on the floor, so you're getting as much activation as possible. Please remember that you do not want to use sandwich boxes on wooden floors. They will scratch the wooden floors. So for those of you with wooden floors, take yourself a tea towel. So I hope you enjoyed today's session. That was creative exercises at home. If you have any questions, my name is Charlotte Tooth. You can find me at Charlotte_Tooth. As always, please ask yourself, is this exercise safe? Is it curable? Can I deliver this online? And also, is it right for your client? Remember, this is a client-focused business. We want to ensure that the exercises we are giving them are effective and safe and programmed so that they suit what the client needs right now.